everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is somebody Smallville. That's right, everybody. It is going back to Smallville, our weekly Smallville Rewatch podcast where Maggie and I rewatch and recap every episode of Smallville week by week, episode by episode. And today we are entering into season 6. That's right.
Yeah, that was a bit much there, man.
6, the number of man, the number of Superman. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. Or you can join us right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Get access to the Google Drive, get your name in every episode, and just generally support the channel. But if you don't have any bucks to toss our way, it's totally fine. We are also brought to you in part by a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime, but we'll tell you more about that here in a little bit. Maggie, how are you, my dear?
Okay, dear.
Real quick, I'm just going to tell everybody. So our clicker is gone.
Yeah, the clicker has bit the dust.
So I'm using a keyboard. I think I can still get the clicker to work later. But I'm using a keyboard to run the monitor.
Yeah, after we throw it against the wall for a few times.
Yeah, so if I am betwixt and bewildered, you'll know why.
Okay.
Nailed it?
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Hey, you know what else I nailed? Going back to Smallville! Oh, man. It's good to be back. Season 6. 6 seasons in a movie, Maggie. Can you believe it? We've reached the end of Smallville.
There wasn't a movie, though.
The other one is called Superman, the movie Dork. Dork, it's Superman.
But it's not the same.
What?
His parents, Martha and Jonathan are not old people.
Martha, Marcia, May, Marlene, Maggie. Is that what you're trying to say here?
Martha what?
Martha, Marcia, May, Marlene.
That's an awful name for a kid.
Well, it was
or a person.
One person's 4 different names because she was in a cult. Okay, so maybe you should think about that before you start talking shit about people. Okay. Elizabeth Olsen.
Stop.
It was Elizabeth Olsen. It was a movie.
WandaVision?
No. The movie was called Martha, Marcia, May, Marlene.
No, it wasn't.
Hand to God, it was.
No, it wasn't.
She, Martha, Marcia, May, Marlene. She is in a cult. And then she escapes the cult. But then it turns out she didn't escape the cult.
It's not Marcia.
What is
it's
it?
Marcy.
Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me, I guess. I'm sorry.
In a nutshell, it's paranoid, uneasy, and psychological.
There you go. Is she in a cult?
Her sister's Sarah Paulson.
See? There it is. I think she goes to live with her sister.
Yeah.
And then she lets the people into the house from the cult. She's naked in it.
Oh, really, man?
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. She's naked in it. You see all of the WandaVision, if you know what I'm saying. Fuck. Season 6, episode 1, Zod. Special thanks, as always, to smallville.fandom.com for helping us curate the information for this episode. This is the 111th episode of Smallville overall. 111. Make a wish, Maggie!
I did.
What'd you wish for?
Sorry. I wish that
Too late. I'm already here.
I already have, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't wish for more.
You wished for me, and arrived.
No, you're already here. I already married you, so.
Biscuits.
I wish that our kids slept in their own beds on March 9th.
They probably will. Original air date was September 28th, 2006. Written by Stephen S. DeKnight.
DeKnight.
Not to be confused with Duh Man. Like, I'm on fire tonight. Previous episodes included
Wow.
Season 4.
Wow.
Season 4's Run, Spell, Unsafe. That's the sex episode. Onyx and Ageless. Season 5's Mortal, Thirst, Splinter, Lockdown, Tomb, and Mercy.
Have mercy.
Directed by James Marshall, whose previous episodes include Season 1's Nicodemus and Crush.
It's just a little crush.
Season 2's Heat, Insurgents, Rosetta, and Accelerate. Henry's setting up. Why is he setting up? He was asleep. Season 3's Phoenix, Hereafter, Obsession, and Truth. Season 4's Gone. Transference. Crypto. Hey, we got some crypto news we'll be telling you about later. He laid back down.
I'm going to pop the door up.
Okay. Let's see here. Crypto Forever. Season 5's Arrival, Splinter, Mercy, and Vessel. Synopsis provided by IMDb user Claudio Carvalho. Clark is released on the hostile and inhospitable Phantom Zone. Clark is released on? I'm going to say Clark is imprisoned in the hostile and inhospitable Phantom Zone, attacked by flying ghostly creatures and saved by the former assistant of Jarrell, Rhea. She tells that there is a portal where Kal-El can leave the Phantom Zone, and Clark believes on her word. Meanwhile, Chloe, in the chaotic metropolis, Lionel saves Chloe from the raged crowd while the city is turning... Okay, I really need to start proofreading these. While the city is tearing itself apart due to the powerful Kryptonian computer virus unleashed by Milton Fine, aka the Brain Interactive Construct. Martha awakens near the Fortress of Solitude, and Jor-El tells her that she must use the dagger he gave to Clark and destroy Lex to save the Earth. Lana believes Lex had gone and offers to stab Lex/Zod with the dagger. This is Season 6, Episode 1, Zod. Maggie, what do we think of this episode? Is that funny? Was that funny for anybody, or is it just me? Oh, man. Everybody listen. We watched Zod a couple of days ago. I think it was Sunday. And, man, I forgot how great this was. It was a lot of fun. Like, the show really went up a notch in Season 6. You know? Like, I remembered liking Season 6, obviously. But I didn't remember just from the get-go, from the start, it just, boom. Just starts amazing, you know. It's so good. I'm gonna catch up on chat because I can't necessarily continue the show until Margarita comes back here. Let's see here. Matt ZR earlier in chat said, "Good timing. Just made it back from getting a chocolate milk. It's time to kneel before Zod," he says. I wonder if Matt has the info on Pascal Hutton, who plays Raya here. I do have that actually. That's going to be in Welcome to the Party Pal, I think is where it is. Sorry, she just put Henry down, and now she's picking him back up. So I believe Henry Boy may be joining us tonight. Let's see here, Matt ZR. Matt is already crazy, you know it. The Tomb episode really needs to be entombed. That was an embarrassing episode. I'm trying to remember, is Tomb the one with the dead, like the ghost that like haunts Chloe or like possesses her or something? Right, that was Tomb, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Caleb Richardson says, fun fact, Stephen S. Tonight created the Starz series Spartacus and the Netflix series Jupiter's Legacy, the latter of which is basically the boy-like parody of the superhero genre. Well, there you go. Stephen S. Tonight, am I wrong? He wrote for some other stuff, right? Like, I think Buffy? Angel, yeah. Maybe Lost. Hey, buddy. Everybody, Henry's here today. Hi. Your hair is wild, man.
Yeah.
Mommy, you seem so happy.
Thought for certain he was asleep.
You know, he seemed like he was done.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, Maggie.
Matt.
What did you think of this episode?
Whoa. That's not gonna stay. I'm like holding my breath. Yo.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
You got it.
Let me get these on. Okay.
This bud's for you. It's a Coke Zero.
That's a Coke Zero. No, that's not for you. This episode I thought was pretty awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a great season opener.
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
Season premiere, I should say.
It was from the top of it, just immediately.
Yeah.
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 And it felt like they were finally, I mean, they've done this a few other times, but this really felt like they were accepting their role as a comic book show.
Yeah.
They weren't shying away from the insanity of oh, there's phantoms.
Oh yeah.
There's alien phantoms in this episode.
Oh yes. I like the fact that this whole thing with Lex being Zod wasn't drug out for multiple episodes.
Yes, 100% agree. It went as long as it needed to.
Yeah, I'm just glad it got all wrapped up in this episode. That way, we don't have to think about it.
Yeah, a lesser show would have kept that going for 5-6 episodes. I can think of several Angel and Buffy episodes.
Arrowverse.
Do what?
Arrowverse shows.
Arrowverse, yeah. Well, yeah. But man, it really did go as far as it needed to.
Yeah.
It did not need to last any longer than it did.
No, it didn't. I was thinking about this before we went live. That no, and I know this is a TV show, but just thinking about me in general as a person.
Yeah.
If all these people were being possessed by other beings.
Yeah.
And stuff, especially Lana's case, nuh-uh, Lex, no, I'm not giving you another chance. I'm getting the flip out of here right now.
But even though she was possessed and knows that when you're possessed, it's not your fault. You don't think she should. I disagree. I 100% disagree. I think if anything, it probably makes her more sympathetic to Lex. And more able to just let it go. That's my opinion.
She's stupid.
Maggie, why you gotta hate on Lana?
Matziar, where are you?
Don't get me wrong, Lana makes lots of bad choices, okay? But I don't think giving Lex another chance simply because he was possessed by Zod is a bad thing. I think that actually makes sense. From a writing character standpoint, I think that is one of the first times they've done something that makes sense with Lana's character. There's plenty of things that don't make sense that they wrote poorly, right? But I don't think giving Lex another chance is one of those things.
Matziar says it's fun to hate on Lana. She's unlikable for a reason.
Dynamite drop in here
also
from the Oracle.
Upgrade.
Been saving it. I already added it in. Look at
that. Also liked Clark and Lois being happy to see each other in a way.
Yeah, is that a banana in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
Yeah.
No, that was a good part.
Why are we touching?
Why'd we touch hands? Ew.
Yeah.
Ow, you're a girl. Ew. Yeah. No, I thought that whole thing was sweet.
Yeah. I was holding my breath the whole time. I was like, who's he here to see? Who's he here to see? It better not be Lana. I'll be so mad.
You were when you saw that it was Lois, you breathed a sigh of relief.
Yes.
You're oh, thank God.
Thank God.
And I agree. I would have not liked it if it had been Lana.
Yeah.
And we do have a few things coming up throughout the specifics of it. So just in general, before we start deep diving into the relationships and stuff, in general, you would say this is a solid season premiere?
Yes.
So compared to the Tornado premiere of season 2, the Clark in Metropolis, Red Clark of season 3, the naked Clark flies and gets jewels in season 4, and the Fortress and Alien ship in season 5, where would you put this one?
I want to say 2.
What would you put at number 1?
When Lois finds him.
I mean,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why it's number 1 in my brain, because it just made me laugh so much.
It is a good one, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the season 4 premiere, like that's a good one. I would say personally, I'd probably I'd maybe put this one at number 1, just because like this is one of the ones where it's like you either are with this show or you're not, and like we're not gonna apologize.
Yeah.
Like if you get it, great, come on aboard, and if you don't, leave. We don't care. This is the show now. You know, the show has ghost aliens.
Everything is different now.
We are on the CW.
We're on a
okay?
different network. It's not fair.
They canceled everyone, for fuck's sake. We are done pulling our punches.
Why would they ever?
Oh, Maggie. You're wicked.
Oh, that's horrible.
You know what else is wicked, Maggie? The fact that this episode is brought to you in part by a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. That's right. Have you ever wanted access to a world of entertainment, speedy deliveries, and exclusive deals? Well, with Amazon Prime, you can get all that and more. Stream thousands of movies and TV shows like The Boys, listen to ad-free music, and enjoy unlimited reading. Plus, with Prime's fast and free shipping, you'll never have to wait long for your orders. I don't know why I said it like that.
Orders.
Ready to experience the best of Amazon? Well, then use our link in the description of this episode to sign up for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime today. Discover all the benefits and see how it can make your life easier and more enjoyable. Don't miss out on this hopefully awesome opportunity. And now, back to the show.
What is it good for?
Absolutely
Pulled the gun out?
They're stuck together.
Did they like melt to each other?
I don't know.
Maggie tried to pull out a stick of gum and literally like 7 pieces came out.
I'm really
That's
confused.
you should just chew that as one piece.
No, I'll puke.
One piece, Maggie. I'm gonna be king of the
I'm
pirates.
going to be king of the pirates.
I am Monkey D. Luffy, and I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
Marcelo on SNL needs to do a skit.
Oh my god, he would be perfect. He would be perfect. Gum lip or something. I forget what he says. Listen, war. What is it good for? How Clark and Lana have progressed this week. Well, Clark saved Lana after escaping the Phantom Zone, but she was unaware as she was knocked the fuck out.
As always.
You know, I know I say this pretty much every time, but like, they really need to check on Lana's head. Like, it can't be good to be knocked out multiple times a year. Like, multiple times a year.
No.
You know? Like, that can't be good.
No.
I mean, football players don't take that many hits. You know what I mean? Shit. How Clark and Lex have progressed this week. Well, Clark defeats Lex Zod and ultimately saves Lex's life. Lex's memories of learning Clark's secret are lost after Zod is exorcised from his body.
Yeah.
So, you know, very, very convenient here. You know, we went from Lex getting powers, finds out Clark's secret, being fully aware of everything. Like, he is Lex, he's not Zod yet. He knows it all. And then he becomes Zod, and then, turns out he doesn't remember anything from before he even got superpowers. Like, that doesn't make sense. Let's all be honest. Like, that's just a hair too convenient. All right. And like, it's real. Don't get me wrong. Like, that he's not lying. He doesn't remember. But like, it is just kind of bullshit. You know, like, it's just not. Come on.
Don't be lying.
Don't be lying.
Don't be lying.
Who's lying?
The writers.
Oh, I mean, it's just convenient, you know. It's just a bit convenient, if you ask me. How Lex and Lana have progressed this week? Well, Lex Zod reveals himself to Lana pretty quickly and suggests he's keeping her alive so she'll give him a son or an heir. I'm gonna assume he means a son, but he does say an heir, which is ironic seeing as how Lex Luthor don't got no hair. Thank you.
No.
Get it?
No.
Hair. He's bald. It's a bald guy. He's a bald man. He's a big, beautiful bald man. What's up, cue ball? Quinn Mowry. Alright. Lana decides to try and kill Lex Zod, believing that Lex is truly dead, but she fails. When Lex finds Lana, he tells her he has no memories of the recent events and says he'll do whatever it takes to fix their relationship. Lana forgives him and agrees to try and fix things. I will try to flex you.
No.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. Nothing to add. Nothing. Why don't you share, Maggie?
What?
Why don't you tell me what's on your mind? You're like a sphinx to me, Maggie. Why don't you just share with me, Maggie? Just
Don't
share.
talk like the BG.
What's on your mind, Maggie? Come on. Just let it out, Maggie.
Lana's stupid.
Oh, God. How Clark and Lois have progressed this week. Well, Martha and Jor-El save Lois from dying in the Arctic after their plane crashed there.
Jor-El's playing favorites.
Why did their plane crash at the Fortress of Solitude? Like, where's fun? And I know that we get like the line like, oh, all the copies of Brainiac were erased when the stab. Okay, but he was flying the plane long after Lex got, or long after he got stabbed. So like that, at the very least, he was the last copy. At the very least. So like, where did he go? Was that his plan, just to fly him to the fortress? Why did he need Lois and Martha there? Like, I don't understand. Again, I appreciate that they're like moving the plot forward, right? Like, I appreciate that they're like, oh, we sowed some seeds and they were terrible, so we're gonna just scratch pretty much everything we set up at the end of the season, and we're just gonna keep going, right? And I appreciate that, but like, that doesn't make any sense. And I know, I'm pretty sure Matt ZR told me that they do give us the reasoning behind all of that at some point. I don't recall it, and I'm going to go ahead and say it's a cop-out. Maybe it's not,
Well,
but I'm going to say it is.
Caleb Richardson in chat says there's a lot of cop-outs. Like, the showrunners apparently didn't think they were getting renewed with the whole network change happening, so they all went out and ended on cliffhanger to kind of force the CW's hand a little bit. So they realized they wrote themselves in a corner with Lex finding out, so amnesia.
I'm surprised they didn't give everybody twins. Like Seventh Heaven.
Amnesia and twins?
Really? Was Smallville... somebody... I don't know. Somebody look into it. I don't have the time to look into it right now. But, like, was Smallville really in jeopardy? Like, I know that there was a lot of shows that got the axe because of the merge. But, like, I feel like Smallville was, at the end of the day, probably one of the more, like, successful shows between the UPN and the WB. You know? I mean, I wouldn't say it's number one. Like, America's Next Top Model or whatever. And SmackDown. I'm sure both of those had high ratings. But, like, I'm blanking on anything else.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I know Seventh Heaven. And, like, okay, let me put it this way. Veronica Mars was picked up. I know Smallville had more viewers than Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I know that. So, like, I don't know. It's just surprising if they really were possibly on the chopping block. Surprising. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got about it. That's all I got to say about that. Clark visits Lois in the hospital, and she describes the fortress to Clark and tells her she thinks she was in heaven. I think I was in heaven. Life's not a song. Remember that? It's Buffy. She was in heaven, and then Willow was like, "Come back, bitch."
Well, Willow and Pipsqueak's sister, can't think of her.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Hey, Maggie.
Dawn.
No, she was the worst. Clark tells her he's glad that she's back and holds her hand. Aww. Lois then realizes they're holding hands, and they both quit holding hands. She's like, oh, yeah. Sorry. Now, I do appreciate, again, we're getting a wink at, them pushing the relationship forward some.
Yeah.
Right? We've got no movement for 2 years. And now they're like, oh, they just held hands. Huh?
Yeah.
And it's like, Smallville, one thing that I've realized in this rewatch over and over, it's a long show and it's a slow burn to build to a lot of things, but they don't actually build to anything. They just go to it, Like Lex just becomes a bad guy.
Yep.
There's no like slow rolling into being a bad guy. He just is a bad guy. Lionel becomes a minister. We don't see him actually become a minister. We just see him being a minister, and
like to see him ordained, okay?
And it's just like the only thing that they built to was the death of Clark and Lana's relationship. And like they beat that thing to death for like 7 months, Like everything else, I just feel like everything that they try and set up, a lot of it comes across as just like they're not they're not something, and then like the next episode they are. And like, see, they were building to it the whole time, but they really weren't. They just were like, oh, and by the way, now I am the villain of the story. I don't know. I forget exactly what I'm talking about, but Lois. Like this whole thing, like why did they hold hands? Like at what point was that pushed forward? And like it wasn't. Like I think it's just Clark. I guess I'm assuming the way we're supposed to read is that Clark kind of realizes he has feelings for Lois, kind of in a way, like maybe subconsciously or whatever. Sure, that's great. It's great. Nobody ever said anything. They've not alluded to it in any way. We all know that's going to be the case because it's fucking Lois and Clark, right? Like we get it, but like there's nothing there. And now it's like, oh, I'm holding her hand. I don't know. I just feel like there could have been something a little bit more to like slowly tee it up. Like we've seen them kind of flirt, but not real flirt. Like there could have just been, I don't know, something. Like maybe I think. Okay, here's what I think. I think we should have seen something of one of them seeing the other one doing something without them knowing and them respecting it and being like, oh wow, they're actually a better person than I thought. Yeah. And whatever that may be, I don't know. Lois seeing Clark like be chivalrous or something, right? Like maybe she saw him talking to AC or something, something. I don't fucking know. And be like, oh wow, Clark's actually a really good guy, or Clark sees Lois and like she defends the helpless or whatever the fuck, and he's like, fuck, she's great, and like I feel like that would have helped. Yeah. Tee up this, whereas now it's just like, oh, we held hands. It's like when two characters kiss and they're like, oh my god, I love you, and I didn't know I loved you until we kissed. And it's like, well, no, that's not how it works. Listen here, Xander and Cordelia, get the fuck out of here. All right, I don't know. For a show that's all about the slow build to Superman, they really don't know how to build anything. Yeah. They have like the instructions, and then the next episode the Lego house is built and we're already putting in the new people, I rest my case. Chloe tells Clark that their kiss was only due to the end of the world and that they are not getting together. Chloe then introduces Clark to Jimmy, who then invites Chloe to dinner
at a vending machine.
Hey, when you got it, flaunt it, Yeah. So Jimmy Olsen is now a part of the show. What do you think, Maggie? What was going through your head when you saw Jimmy?
Well, I saw the name pop up.
Aaron Ashmore? Yeah.
I was like, what? We're getting the other Ashmore brother?
Dude, it has been so hard to not talk about him being Jimmy. Because, like, especially when we were watching, like, Animorphs and Rescue the not Rescue 911, but In a Heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know, and like all those shows and stuff, and because we brought up both Sean and Aaron.
Yeah.
And like, it's been very difficult to not say that he's Jimmy Olsen in this.
Yeah.
You know, like it's very hard.
It made me happy. Like
Yeah.
when he popped up and Chloe says, "Oh, hey, Jimmy, what are you doing here?" You know,
Dude, so good, right? He's a great Jimmy.
Yes.
Honestly, may be my favorite Jimmy of all time.
Yeah.
It's possible. I'd have to think about it, but I'm gonna say it's likely. I mean, the dude from Suzy Q is definitely a high number 2.
Oh yeah.
You know,
90s hair.
yeah,
Peak.
he looked like Eric Matthews, hair wise.
Yes.
You know,
His hair. That
he's a
Jimmy's hair-
good-looking guy.
That Jimmy's hair had a little bit more volume to it.
Voom.
Than
He was using VO5.
muted.
What's muted?
I don't know. Caleb Richardson says muted.
Who's muted? Am I
don't
muted?
know.
Are we muted?
Are we muted? Like, specify.
It's okay if we
Oops.
are.
Oops. Okay. Well, there's a oops. Okay. Never mind.
Hey, no worries. Let's get into continuity.
Oh, my headphones. My headphones connected. Gotcha.
Hey, no worries. I appreciate the reaching out if we were muted, because we would
Yes.
want to know that 100%. So you did the
Yes.
right thing. You did the totally right thing. I love it. I'm glad it wasn't, but thank you. You said Caleb, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Caleb. You're the bomb.com/awesome.
Carry on my wayward son.
All right. Continuity, Maggie. Zod, the name of the episode,
Huh.
refers to the main villain of the the Kryptonian General Zod. In this episode, Lex Luthor is possessed by the spirit of Zod.
Hallelujah.
The Zod, not God, Maggie.
Oh. Hallelujah.
This is the only time in the series that Martha speaks to Jor-El. So, technically a spoiler, I guess, but it just never happens again.
That's alright.
Why would it?
Why?
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 I feel like I'm in burp. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
god,
did.
sorry. So
You
sorry.
should.
This is the first time that Jor-El has ever expressed approval of Clark's upbringing by the Kents. What?
Caleb says Zod is zaddy.
Yes, it's true. Which Zod is the best? We got Terrence Stamp, Michael Shannon, and now this Michael Rosenbaum.
This,
Probably Terrence Stamp, right?
Terrence Stamp.
Probably, yeah. And then
Michael Shannon.
you think Michael Rosenbaum's the worst Zod we've ever
No,
had?
he's not like the worst.
I mean, there's only 3, and you put the other 2 above him, so
I mean, Michael Shannon to me is like about the same as Terrence Stamp.
I mean, he is fantastic.
like
I will find him.
I feel like he like just watched Terrence Stamp on repeat.
Oh yeah, no, totally, 100%. He was
And,
he was
like,
embodying Terrence
yeah.
Stamp. Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's anytime I've watched Man of Steel, I'm like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant Michael Rosenbaum. You think Michael Shannon was trying to do a Terrence Stamp? No, I hard disagree. Hard disagree. He was Terrence Stamp is very like his Zod is very pompous and full of himself, right? And like that's fine.
Yeah.
But like Michael Shannon's is like a hardened soldier, you know?
A dictator.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like he is like ruthless in a way that I feel like Zod wants to be a king, and Terrence Stamp wants to be a king, and Michael Shannon's Zod wants to be like the savior. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like that's the difference. But he wants to go to war for it, whereas Terrence Stamp's Zod just thinks everyone should just kneel.
Yeah.
You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it.
Okay.
And again, I mean, maybe if we were in like, maybe if Terrence Stamp was playing Zod in like, you know, modern day or whatever, like maybe he would have been a bit more militaristic as opposed to, you know, the pompousness that he has.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I don't know. I feel like I get the vibe of like a King George, you know, for Terrence Stamp, right? Like just a very like, God, this dude sucks.
Yeah.
You know, like he's bad and like he's evil and like, you know, and stuff. But like I get the feeling of like fucking, I don't even know, from Michael Shannon, just like a war criminal. You know, like that's the feelings I get from it.
Caleb Richardson says, "Don't forget Colin Salmon from Krypton, aka Walter from Arrow."
Oh yeah. Was Zod in it, or was it Zod's grandpappy? I don't even know anymore. I never watched Krypton. I watched like the first episode.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah.
But
we just can't get into it.
So, yeah, a little much. Anyway, moving on. This is the first time, while in the Phantom Zone, Clark's Kryptonian abilities are disabled. This marks the 7th time Clark has lost his abilities, and the 2nd time it has happened in a season premiere. Maggie, can you name the other season premiere that it happened on? Because I know the list of episodes is right there, but...
No.
The premiere. Don't look at the episodes, just think about it.
I'm looking at those and thinking, okay.
Oh my god, you're cheating. You're fucking cheater, pumpkin eater, Maggie.
Arrival.
Yeah, that was it. Previous losses occurred in the episodes Leech, Perry, Asylum, Transference, Spell, and Arrival. Despite being told by Lionel in Arrival about green kryptonite, Lana seemingly never considered using it, though she previously tried and failed to use it against the disciples of Zoe. Between that and Lex's failed attempt to use it on Milton Fine, she might not have viewed it as a viable option. Or the writers forgot that Lionel told her about that.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to say is probably it.
I think
nothing against Stephen S. Denot. He's great. He's Denot.
He's the man.
And he's not the man, he's Denot. All right, let's not get it twisted.
Denot is the man.
The two that attack Clark and Rhea just before Clark escapes the Phantom Zone are the disciples of Zoe, banished by Clark in the zone in Season 5's Arrival. Nothing. Jimmy Olsen is the boy that Chloe told Lana about in Season 4's Unsafe, to whom she lost her V card after a summer romance when she was 15 in between the episodes Vortex and Heat. Mm-hmm. Summer loving, fucking a guy. Jimmy Olsen. Oh, I love thighs. Daily Planet. We had some fun. Then it turned out
it was only for the summer.
Fucking fun. Summer days. Drift out of seams. But the summer nights.
Tell
me more.
Oh God, you woke him up. Poor baby.
Brainiac appears as the black ship and the Kryptonian black box in this episode. Meanwhile, James Marsters is seen as Brainiac via archive footage. There was talk of including Brainiac in the story, but James Marsters was unavailable. Where do you think we would have got him in this? Nowhere.
As the pilot.
So do you think he's dead? Do you think he's dead?
Yes.
He's not. But I mean, like, do you think he is, though?
Yes.
Like, did that go through your mind? Like, oh, he died. End of story.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that James Marsters comes back. I'm just saying, like, the whole Brainiac thing. Like, you think they just leave that? He's
gone.
dead.
It's gone.
Okay. I mean, that's not the end of it, but that's
Shit,
fine. I mean,
Shit.
it's the end of it for a long time. I'll tell you that much. It's the end of it for a while. For a long while. All right. You'll probably even forget that he was even on the show. Brainiac, not James Marsters. Again, just to be clear. Yeah. Okay. There was talks, and I already said that. This is the second season premiere where Lana tries to save Earth by defeating the Kryptonian villain and is subsequently saved by Clark. Maggie, can you name the other season premiere where Lana tried to save the Earth by defeating a Kryptonian villain?
Arrival?
It was. This marks the first episode where Chloe carries a firearm, so you can expect there to be more than just this one. This is the third season to begin, following a previous season finale that had ended with a, quote, to be continued credit simultaneously. This is also the sixth episode to follow a previous episode that ended with that expression. The other episodes were Vortex, Exodus, Phoenix, Arrival, Vessel, Bizarre Luro, and Lazarus. The fact that the last two previous episodes both ended with a to be continued credit makes Oracle Vessel Zod the only official 3-part story in the entire series. Did you get all that? You can say no. You can say no.
I'm sorry. Like I'm trying to watch his head, and then I saw chat moving, and I'm sorry.
Hey, no worries. This is the first 3-parter.
Oh, okay. First 3-parter.
Yeah, because the episode before this and the episode before that both ended with to be continued. So this is the first, I believe, the only 3-parter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Even though, like, let's be honest, like every episode kind of leads into the next one, kind of. I mean, not as much as like Lost or Digimon, obviously, but like, you know, like it's a very, every episode is a to be continued in one way or the other. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah. Burn.
Wow.
Burn.
This is the first episode to be broadcast on the CW after the acquisition of the WB 11 days before this episode premiered. The CW started broadcasting the morning afterwards.
Dang.
Yeah, 11 days. I mean, obviously it was in the works. Like, it's not like they woke up, was like, hey, let's do this.
Chose violence.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't. Except for Everwood. This episode introduces new opening credits with footage from Season 5 and Season 6, and is the first set of credits without John Schneider as Jonathan Kent. I will remember you.
Rest in power, King.
Jonathan Kent, not John Schneider. Apparently John Schneider is a piece of shit. Apparently. Him and Dean Cain need to go fucking play racquetball or some shit. Fucking, god damn it. Why do people have to suck? Hey, speaking of... Well, never mind. It's behind you. It's behind you, so I can't reach it. It's fine. This episode introduces new opening credits. I already said that. This is the first season premiere that does not feature Jonathan Kent. In the DVD version, the scene recap from the previous episode is removed, but it is intact on the Blu-ray version. The previously on Smallville. Yeah, that was removed from the DVD, apparently. The ending scene with the released Phantom is subtitled... The ending scene with the released Phantom is subtitled Iguazu Falls, Patagonia, Argentina. However, the Iguazu Falls are located in the border between Argentina and Brazil, a few thousand kilometers away from Patagonia. Yeah.
Well, so, I really messed up.
There you go. The scene of the satellite in space can also be seen in the film Batman and Robin, a film that John Glover had a cameo appearance in. Did you know that? Maybe?
Yes, I know. He's poison.
No. Did you notice that was from Batman and Robin?
No, I did not.
I didn't either.
I didn't notice.
What weapon was that? I really hope we get more info. I don't remember ever getting any more info about it, but it's possible that I just totally blanked it out. Okay, like it's possible they do mention it, but like I have no idea what the fuck that just military weapon they had that just shoots fucking earthquake lasers or whatever.
Oh, those are the from Batman and Robin.
No, I know what that is.
Yeah,
I know what it is in Batman and Robin. That's the mirror.
Yeah,
that shines the light because he froze Gotham. Yeah. I know that. I'm talking about in Smallville. These weapons that just exist from nowhere. Where the fuck did they come from?
Geostorm.
Shing-a-ding-ding-ding. Shing-a-ding-ding. Shing-a-ding-ding.
Hey, I'm going to try to get this child to his bed.
Oh, okay.
Because he heavy.
Okay.
He's hurting.
I got you. No worries. You want me to just keep going? Well, wait, let me kind of finish this last bit because there's only 2 lines left. Okay. This episode marks the 3rd appearance of Clark's red jacket and blue shirt outfit in a season premiere since Season 2's Vortex and Season 5's Arrival. However, this episode marks the 39th appearance of Clark's red jacket and blue shirt outfit, one that he wears frequently throughout the series. Congratulations, Clark. You did it. All right. Maggie will be right back. So while Maggie puts Henry down, let's take a pause for just a moment. Caleb Richardson, I did a double take the first time I saw Colin Azad. Caleb, I immediately thought they were setting up an Arrowverse multiverse thing, but the producers did an interview and they had no idea he had been in Arrow. No, he was Zod. Time travel. Oh, time travel. Like Adam Strange? Adam Strange? Is that right? Yeah? Okay, yeah. Maggie says that's right. He's the bomb. Matt ZR says, I mentioned earlier that might have been missed. I think Brainiac probably had the plane on autopilot if he was destroyed, since it was mentioned here he used them as pawns. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna see if Maggie's going away. I'm watching the camera, so yep, that is Smallville. Okay, I can't believe I almost spoiled Bizarro. Like I forgot to remove that as the title of the show, and I just straight up said Bizarro and Lazarus. Like, I just gave away like 2 very big things, so that could have been awful. But luckily, Maggie didn't chew on the bandit, so I think we're good. But crazy. I mentioned earlier that he might have been on autopilot. Yeah, okay. That's right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Caleb Richardson, I just looked up Jimmy's age on the show. It doesn't specify, but it says early to mid-20s in season 6. And I'm just like, oh no. Oh. Yeah. Well, now, early to mid-20s? Yeah, okay, never mind. I mean, I guess we could say maybe he was like older. Let's see, this would have been sophomore year, so Chloe would have been 15 or 16. So I mean, legally he could get away if he was like 18. Maybe he was like a senior. Maybe. I'm not saying it's not bad by any means, but we're trying to figure out the age of sorry, I have the music going, I can barely hear you. Trying to figure out the age of of Jimmy when he and Chloe got together, because it says Caleb was looking it up. It says just looked up Jimmy's age on the show. It doesn't specify, but it says early to mid-20s in season 6. And so if they did the deed and she was in high school, I mean, he is early to mid-20s, and I would say Chloe at this point is 20, more than likely. She's probably turned 19 in season 5, so I mean, she may not be 20 yet, but she's 19 or 20. So if he's like early 20s, like if he's like 22, maybe he's 3 years older than her, then like, you know, she could have been 15, he could have been 18. I'm not saying it's good.
No.
Legal, perhaps. Still doesn't mean good.
How about we don't think about it?
You know what, Maggie?
Dang it, please don't wake up.
When you're out, Maggie. And right now, you're very right. But you know what else is right? Going to the next segment of the show. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
This is the first appearance of Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is played by Aaron Ashmore, the twin brother of Shawn Ashmore, who previously portrayed Eric Summers in both the episodes Leech and Asylum. Rhea also joins the show for the first time. Do you remember who Rhea is?
Yeah, she was the one in the Phantom Zone.
That's right. Well, Maggie, did you know that Pascal Hutton, aka Rhea, was also in season 4's episode Ageless as Karen Gallagher, the mother of Evan, who died in childbirth.
Oh.
Yeah. And Namek returns as the disciple of Zoe. Namek. He's got that ek.
He's got the worst name.
It's also, what's his name from Buffy?
It's also the name of the planet from Dragon Ball Z.
Namek? Wow. Man, there you go. All right, let's get into the Freak of the Week.
Major Funky.
All right, everybody. So get this. Ready? Everybody ready? Look at that. We've got our Smallville Season 6 Freak of the Week.
Nuh-uh.
That's right. So, starting us off, this week's Freak of the Week is Legzod. What? You like that?
Yeah.
And I'm going to update it every time so we can remember. The plan is to do this for both this, Sailor Moon, and Digimon.
Oh
so that we can remember who these people are.
I will remember you.
Maggie, where do you want to put Legzod?
He has to be at 1 because
He doesn't have to be.
Well, I would put him at number 1.
All right, number 1. I agree. Your new ranking for season 6, Smallville Freak of the Week, at number 1, Legzod.
Legzod.
Excuse me. All right, now let's get into Traitor.
Traitor!
Maybe I should replace that song with Gloria, Gloria,
The one that, in Italian.
Yeah, that one. Which I don't know the words. Lana tries to betray Zod and stabs him, but fails.
Yep.
That's it.
Dummy.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Puberty.
Yep. Big change.
I like how it's morphed into this new thing. We got Clark using the following abilities in this episode: super strength, super speed, heat vision, and invulnerability. But we also have Zod, Legzod, using the following abilities in this episode. He's got super strength, super speed, invulnerability, and flight with the power to move you. He flew, Maggie. I can go get him.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Why don't you talk to the folks?
Okay. Henry's sat up again. I don't know if he's found his pacifier. Let's see here. Matt CR, Maggie has a point since it's technically a comic universe. Thank you. And then Matt CR says, no way. The Traitor transition is funny. Yeah, we can't. Excuse me. We can't be switching out that song. That song's a jam. Especially the remix version. But we won't tell Matt that. Caleb Richardson says they put Lana with Lex, who is like 27 at this point, and he'd been friends with her since she was 14 and he was 21.
Yeah, that's a solid.
This show just does weird. Also, all
Oh, sorry. What?
the O name. Oliver.
Oh.
And is the same age as Lex.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, that's
I mean,
it.
You know
Yeah.
that Oliver's in this.
I know Oliver
Yeah.
is in it.
She found out
Yeah,
because she looked up the
Justin.
Aquaman cast.
Justin.
Mercy Roof.
Yeah.
Hey, no worries.
Let's see. And this show in ages, Caleb says. And no, Henry doesn't want to stay asleep tonight. I don't quite get it.
That's okay, buddy.
We'll get you a bottle in a little bit, buddy.
Yeah. Here, let's get you wrapped up so that you can't grab nothing. And we'll set you down here. There we go. All right.
You need a Snuggie for babies.
No flights, no tights. Maggie, did they break the rule this week?
Well, Legzod flew.
That is a very solid point.
Yeah.
But did Clark fly?
Nope.
I mean, he flew out of the Phantom Zone. When it
But
spit him out.
Falling with style.
Yeah, nah. I think that this should count as breaking the no flots, no tides, because he flew. Like not Clark, but like someone on the show flew.
Yeah.
And I feel like the whole thing was that there would be no flots. They didn't necessarily say no Clark flots. You know.
Yeah.
Even though I guess that's what they implied.
Yeah. No.
I'm watching you. Algo and Miles Miller. All right. Say we're watching you. Yeah, he's watching.
It's okay, Caleb. I already know that Oliver's in the show.
She knows nothing about it, but she knows that
I know he shows up.
That Justin Hartley plays Oliver.
Yes.
And he's in the show. That's all she knows.
That's all I know.
Doesn't even know to the extent of how long he's in the show.
Nope.
So, but hey, no worries. That's it is what it is, and what it is prom. And that's just prom.
Well, that's
Nailed it.
just prime.
All right, Maggie, we got Jor-El here, so I got you.
Okay.
Everything
you've done for Cal. You have my deepest gratitude. I could not have wished for a brighter light to guide my son. Farewell, Martha Kent.
That's exactly what I said.
I just wanted to clarify.
All right, we got Lex, Zod, and Clark. Which one do you want to be?
I want to be Zod.
Okay. Okay.
Kneel before Zod.
That's... My father sends his regards. And then Terrence Stamp's soulless body just morphs outside of Michael Rosenbaum. It's wild. The fact that was Terrence Stamp's likeness is just crazy. It's crazy that they did that. We got Jimmy. Do you want to do Jimmy or you want me to be Jimmy?
You be Jimmy.
My first official day at the planet and the world decides the end. So cool. I feel like he's kind of like Jimmy Fallon. Oh my god, I just put that together. That's why I thought that, because his fucking name's Jimmy.
Oh my god.
I seriously did not plan that. Wow. We got Clark and Chloe.
Okay.
You want to be Chloe?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, everything's great now that you're here.
Chloe, before I left, there was this moment that we...
You mean when I laid one on you? Don't worry, Clark. It was the end of the world. It's not like I'm expecting Gus to hook up.
Yeah. Me neither. Poor Clark.
Poor Clark.
I was kind of wanting them together at the time. Not now.
No.
Like, you know, I know that it never happens.
Yeah.
But like at the time, I was like, oh, fucking finally.
Yeah.
You know? But I really, when this happened in this episode, I was praying to God that they weren't going to turn Chloe into the next Lana of the will they won't they.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want another will they won't they with Clark and anyone. It's awful. We've had it for 5 seasons with Lana. Yeah, it's right, Henry. You tell him that. All right, now we've got Clark, and then we have Martha after that, but it's 2 separate things, so I'll go with Clark. The fortress is dead. Everything's changing. Dad's gone. I can't talk to Lex. We're on the CW, and Lana, I don't know where to go from here. That's verbatim what he said in the show.
Yeah, it's exactly.
They canceled Everwood.
How could they? Well, I can't think of it now. The joke.
Everwood?
Yeah, the joke I made earlier. I can't think of it. How you even thought of a different way of saying
How
it?
would they ever consider canceling it?
Oh no.
Is that what you? I think that was something like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's dead now.
Just like Everwood. I feel like there's a boner joke in here somewhere.
Martha. Every world needs its heroes, Clark. They inspire us to be better than we are. And they protect from the darkness that's just around the corner.
We got Raya and Clark.
Okay, I'll be Raya. Zod is a soldier. He will kill you.
If there's a way for you to save everyone you loved, wouldn't you risk dying?
You truly are your father's son.
Oh, I will remember. Why do we keep singing that? Just keep... DCU References is part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Don't let your love. The medallion that Rhea hands to Clark bears the famous S logo that Superman will wear on his suit and cape. 'Cause as long as I got my suit and cape, I'm gonna be on the phone with the cape. I know that we've got a cape, flying this real thing. All dressed up in red and white, talking about blue, yeah, I'm the guy. Searching da-da-da, gotta show you a few things. Gotta find my red cape. Gotta find my red cape. Oh. She's a little pusher love girl. The medallion already said that. This episode marks the first appearance of Superman's iconic S shield on the necklace used to capture the zoners and on the gateway from the Phantom Zone. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Very crazy. Hey, you okay, buddy? Clark accidentally frees... Oh, wait. The image of Zod's face being extracted from Lex's body is that of Terrence Stamp, who played Zod in the Superman 2 movie and currently voices Jor-El's spirit on the show.
Ah!
There it is.
Called it.
Clark accidentally frees the zoners and is followed towards Earth and feels guilty for this. The same happened to Kara Danvers' Supergirl on Supergirl, as the prison known as Fort Roz followed her out of the Phantom Zone towards Earth. Who's you saying bye to?
Oh, not bye. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Jeriana.
Hey, Jeriana. This episode features the Smallville version of General Zod. Zod is traditionally one of Superman's more powerful arch-enemies in the comics. He is a minor villain in the first Superman film, Superman the Movie, and the primary villain in the second Superman feature film, Superman 2, and there are several references from the films. In the film and this episode, Zod continually refers to himself in the third person and frequently commands people to kneel before Zod. Lex says Zod doesn't take orders, he gives them. That was a line from Superman 2 movie said by Ursa. General Zod doesn't take orders, he gives them. So, the way Clark tricked Lex Zod is similar to how Superman tricked Zod in Superman 2. Rhea says that Jor-El created the Phantom Zone to hold criminals from the 28 known inhabited galaxies. In Superman the Movie, Jor-El also says that there are 28 known galaxies. Jimmy traditionally refers to Clark as CK in other versions of Superman's story. I only remember it from Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Which was great hearing him say CK.
Yeah.
Because again, growing up on Lois and Clark, I have a lot of affinity for it. Even though, again, cannot be clear enough, fuck Dean Cain. He's the worst. He's terrible.
Screw him.
He's awful. That being said, Jimmy Olsen saying CK is burned into my brain. Also, Perry liking Elvis, even though I'm pretty sure that is only a Lois and Clark thing. I feel like that's baked into it also. Walking in Memphis. This episode has Zod attempting to transform the Earth into a Krypton-like planet. This is similar to Zod's plan in the film Man of Steel.
They ripped it off.
They did. They did, Maggie.
Zack Snyder.
You know what else they did?
Sup, Game City Savior.
They did the countdown to Superman. 38 weeks until Superman returns to cinemas. That's right, everybody. And I've got a little bit here. Look at that. That's right. So we are 38 weeks away. Today, James Gunn posted this photo of Superman and Crypto. Crypto is officially going to be in the new Superman movie. And I am just beside myself with joy. I love it more than anything.
Ear popped up. It's so cute.
Do we think this is who Alan Tudyk is playing?
Yes. Yes.
But now wait, Crypto doesn't talk. Not generally.
I know.
Like and they
Telepathically.
do have an actual dog. So, like, do they need Alan Tudyk to play Crypto? But I do think he could be playing Crypto, though.
I still believe he's Bruce Wayne's cousin still.
John. Buddy. But can we call him Buddy Wayne?
Buddy Wayne.
I know that's not his name, but I feel like that should be his name. It's me, Buddy Wayne. I love my daddy.
What's the matter?
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Next time on Smallville.
Next time.
I love my daddy.
I love my daddy.
I sure love my daddy.
I sure love my daddy.
All right. Next week, season 6, episode 2.
Sneeze. Bless you.
Sneeze. That's the name of the episode.
Ice breath.
Maggie. Based
Super
solely
snot.
off the title.
Super
I like
boogers.
how Clark was staring up at me. I like how I just called him Clark.
Yes. Well, that's his middle name.
I know, but like I didn't do it on
what
purpose.
if later in his life, when he becomes an adult, he just wants to go by Clark?
That's what I'm hoping for.
Why didn't we make his first name Clark?
Clark Henry? It's Henry Clark. Dog. No, the whole point was for him to be called Clark. Like, you know, we talked about this.
Henry, you want your nickname to be Bruce.
I will rue the day. Ultimate ruage. Maggie, based solely off the title, Sneeze. What do you think next week's episode is about?
Super boogers and snot.
Schnooger boogies? Do you have an actual guess, or is that?
I think somebody discovers like super breath.
Who? Like just you fucking spit on me.
I've been around Viv too much.
So, like, do you think just a metahuman of some kind?
Maybe, or Clark. Excuse you.
No, I was doing the super breath.
Wow.
I'm joking. So you think Clark gets super breath? Well, Maggie, what if I told you are 100% right?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Unless I'm remembering it incorrectly. No, you're absolutely right. But it's stupid. It's dumb. Like they treat it dumb. I mean, the name of the fucking episode is Sneeze.
I mean, that sounds stupid in itself.
Like I'm pretty sure he sneezes and he's like, "Oh,
I blew out all the windows."
I'm pretty sure that's how it happens. And luckily they only like force it in the plot like to have to use that power like only a handful of times.
Oh, okay.
Like, and most of it's this season.
Okay.
But like after a while they're like, it's fine. Like if we find a good way to use it, we'll do it. But like, let's stop trying to shoehorn fucking sneezing into this.
Matt CR says I'm right.
You got it, dog. You got it.
He's trying to get out, Matt.
Oh no. Well, now that I'm done with the keyboard, I can let him out. All right, everybody. You know what else we can do? We can say goodnight, everybody.
Nighty night.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a good time with going back to Smallville. Everybody, we went back to Smallville. You can like, subscribe, ring the bell. You can go to follow us on the old Twitters at Hopefully Awesome without an E because it's too many characters for you and me. Patreon.com/Hopefully Awesome. Get your name on the show just like these people. They're awesome. You can also have access to Google Drive with the archives and just really support Hopefully Awesome. But if you don't have any bucks to toss our way, you can use some Amazon Prime today. Get you free 30 days and some more, and then cancel it because Jeff Bezos is a whore. He don't need no money, so take all his money. Take all his money, eat the rich, they should die. Everyone should die. 666. All right.
Okay.
That's going to wrap it up.
Finger hurts.
We'll be back again tomorrow night with the Digimoon Power Hour. Thanks for sticking with us through tonight's fun times. Obviously, Henry
being
gave
a
us a bit of a
parent.
runaround. But thank you all. Oh, wow, that came out of nowhere. Ugh. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you all had a fun time. We will see you tomorrow night. And, of course, 1 week from tonight with Sneeze. Thanks for watching. And as always,
Hopefully, an awesome day.
Gesundheit!